Next is data from recently digitized historic herbarium needs specialist cleaning before it becomes usable. David Goyder from the Royal Botanic Gardens at Kew.
Hi, I'm David. I've had a long association with the herbarium at Kew, principally working on tropical Africa. And so I thought I'd just talk you through a case study from Angola. The sort of subtext is you think you've got your collections digitized and presented to you on a plate, but in reality, this is where the work really starts. So first of all, where's Angola? It's a large country on the west coast of southern Africa, made up of two former Portuguese overseas territories, Angola and what was Portuguese Congo, just north of the Congo River, is now Cabinda. It's both diverse topographically, from sea level to about 2,600 on the top of the escarpment. It's also diverse ecologically. And you have everything from Namib Desert in the southwest to Congolian swamp forests in the northeast. But a lot of the high rainfall plateau in the center is largely Zambesian with moist miombo woodland. But it's also very data deficient. So a GBIF screenshot for plants taken in 2015 for Southern Africa clearly shows the outline of Angola in missing records. Thanks to our herbarium digitization, we now know we've got 24,000 Angolan collections at Kew. But that compares very poorly with, say, Tanzania, where we've got maybe 5 times that number of collections. There are more collections in Portugal and Angola, but only some are available digitally. So this is the sort of landscape in that high rainfall Kalahari sand sponge in the center of the country with a mosaic of moist miombo, wetland, and from a botanical perspective, the interesting part is the pyrophytic grasslands. And these are a couple of the new species that have emerged out of fieldwork that we've done in the last few years. And we pulled together a checklist of the plants of that upper river catchment system. But throughout all of this work, there was one key expedition that cut across the whole of southern Angola in 1899 and 1900 and was written up by Warburg in 1903. And that cut across the southern edge of our project area. Lots and lots of new species described in this, maybe 300. This is a label to give you some idea. This is Protea baumii. And so 700 collections at Kew. I started cleaning those. The first thing was to assign them, surprisingly, to the correct country. Nowhere on the label does it mention the word Angola. And there are various bits of text that might lead you to think that we're actually talking about Namibia. Transcribed locality data. These are mostly rivers and abbreviated phrases in German. And then to geolocate these localities. The good thing is there's a map at the back of Warburg. The bad thing is that the further east you get, the less accurate the longitudes are. But it's a very good pictorial representation of the different river systems and the different tributaries. So I spent quite a lot of time with Google Earth saying, okay, we're the third tributary up on this, so the confluence has these coordinates. So we now have 700 publicly available clean records and a detailed itinerary and gazetteer accepted for publication. So the real story is, certainly for these 19th century collections, you're going to have to treat each one historically, case by case, do your research before you can make any attempt to really clean the records. Thank you.